Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on mysterious and weird true stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Case file number 160, written by Defeola, 18. An uncomfortable cap, not even perceived for hours. This isn't as crazy or profound as most posts here, but still, I feel like sharing it since this is the first experience of this nature I've had in, well, over a decade. Yesterday morning I went kayak fishing for several hours. I secured the kayak on my roof with the aid of J cradles, or some people call them J bars. I'm sure you've seen them on roof racks before, and most come with plastic caps that stick onto the end of the metal to prevent rusting or harm from the edges of the metal. So when I'm done unloading my kayak back at home, I always leave them in my car or garage. This morning I did just that, and it was also raining for the majority of the time I was out there, so I took all my clothes off and started doing laundry. As such, I put on all new clothes and went on about my day. Later on in the afternoon, I'm sitting or laying in bed, binging Twin Peaks for several hours. At least an hour or two in, I feel something on my lower back and reach around to see what it is. To my astonishing surprise, it's one of those N plastic caps from a J cradle. I'm bewildered as to how it could have gotten stuck inside my shirt and how I hadn't felt it there until now. It's rounded on both sides, so for it to be stuck inside my shirt, I'd have to be pressing against it, holding it there, which I wasn't, because if I was, I would have pulled it out seeing just how uncomfortable it would be. It was probably over 6 hours since I left them in my car to when I found the cap inside my shirt, and it just makes no sense. Like I said, I know it's pretty mundane and insignificant compared to a lot of posts here, but it's just rather puzzling, so that's why I decided to post about it. Case notes, file number 160. So I was going to suggest that you just didn't feel it for a few minutes, but you say the time between instances was 6 hours. Yeah, that's just baffling. It's not a disappearing object phenomena either, since in those cases they rematerialize in the same location they vanish from, at least in any story I've encountered so far. You know, it's funny, I'm usually stumped from the small glitches. They get right under one's armor. Case file number 161, written by Croooosphinx. A routine we all have, plug in the phone and sleep. Then why was it missing in the morning? I'm finishing up my senior year of high school at the moment, and my parents are out of town, so I'm home alone for a few days. My siblings don't live with me, and all I've got for company is my cat. Fine by me, I enjoy some alone time. We've got this box upstairs that we put our phones and such in when we plug them in for the night, to keep my dumb little cat, bless his heart, from eating the cords. Last night I plugged my phone in, put it in the box, and went to bed. At least, I thought so. When I went to the box this morning, both my phone and charger were gone. Since both of my parents had taken their phones with them, the box was entirely empty. I smacked my forehead, thinking I forgot, silly me. As I walked away from the box, about to look for my phone, I had a clear memory of plugging it in last night. I had wondered what the forecast for the next day was, and looked for the 17th of May on my weather app. Sunny, with a small chance of precipitation in the afternoon. I then shut off my phone and plugged it in, with it having about 70% battery left. It was a clear memory, but evidently, my phone was not in the box. Maybe I had imagined it. So I had a thought. I quickly checked my laptop to see the forecast. If the forecast didn't match my memory, then I definitely just dreamt it, and my phone was downstairs or something. But I checked, and yep, sunny with a small chance of precipitation in the afternoon. Now this is where things get odd. I've posted on the subreddit before with a few unexplainable things I've witnessed around my house, but I'm not overly superstitious. I've always felt like there's something present in my house, but I never directly tried to interact with it, so I'm not sure why I did what I did next. I said out loud, "Alright, very funny, you got me. Can I please have my phone back now? I need it for school today." No response. Of course there wasn't a response, idiot. You just misplaced your phone. A ghost didn't steal it. Don't be childish. So I figured I'll look after I eat breakfast and shower. The box is in our laundry room, and after showering and eating, I walk back there for a fresh pair of socks. On top of the box is my phone and charger sitting wrapped on top of it neatly. I checked it, 1% battery left. My phone has great idle battery. Overnight it would have maybe lost 5%, not 70%. And had I plugged it in, it should have been at 100%. Needless to say, I was freaked out. I start checking around the house, no longer worried about the possibility of a ghost, now worried about an intruder. I grabbed my pocket knife, checked all the locks around the house, windows and doors. Everything was locked as it should have been. No sign of entry, nothing. Alarms were fine, no alert even on the security camera feed from my neighbor's cameras. He gave me access to his app since my parents were out, for safety. Nothing. Everything was normal. So I'm at school now, typing this on my laptop. My phone is charging and it looks totally fine, no damage, nothing changed in apps, notes, messages, or anything. I'm just confused, really confused. Compared to other events that have happened in this house, it's fairly mundane. But having whatever this is interact with me in an almost playful manner is a very strange and unsettling feeling. Since then, I've searched the house up and down for the possibility of a squatter or something, and I've found absolutely nothing. My parents are home now, so I'm feeling more secure, but boy, it was weird. Anybody else experienced anything like this before? Case notes, file number 161. So this loosely connects to another story that I remember now, where the man was trekking through the rainforest and he lost consciousness. Then he appeared 45 minutes later in a hut far from his group, and his group was large, like 30 people. The reason I bring it up, his phone also was without charge, or rather, it was heavily drained. In the period of time, it just didn't make sense. So in your case, was it spirits? Honestly, I don't think so, because I've never heard of spirits draining a phone battery. Could one even properly hold a phone, use it? And you said you checked everywhere. I hope so. If there's anywhere in your home that someone could be hiding out in, well, I hope you got your parents to check it out for you. That's the only thing that comes to mind, of course, and like in your mind too, you thought, oh, it must be a squatter. But yeah, I guess if it is a spirit, they just want to check Facebook or something. I mean, hell, if I was a spirit, I would still want to use the internet. Come on, it's 2021. You gotta get your Netflix in. You know, tonight, I think I'll watch Ghostbusters. Oh yeah, if there's something strange in the neighborhood, who are you gonna call? If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and leave any thoughts you might have down below. I always like knowing what you guys think too.